Hi guys, I hope you're all well and I hope you can hear me. I just had another really, really strange dream. A sequence of dreams, actually. I was woken up by the Lord at 3 a.m., and I know that that's a significant hour. And then I just fell into these bizarre sequences. One of them was basically me dancing with the devil, but like literally. um, it was a very erotic dance, if I can say so, like a tango, I guess. And I could feel the seductive pull. Like in that moment, I understood 100% that, or rather, why we are so drawn to that, because it was so pleasurable and seducing. Like I understand why we gravitate towards that as human beings. But then it was like that embrace, which turned into a kiss, turned into, him devouring my face and then my body, and it didn't have an end to it. When I looked into his eyes, they were just completely black, soulless, and just pits with no bottom, bottomless pits of complete hunger. It reminded me of what the Buddhists talk about when they refer to a hungry ghost. That is just someone, I guess you would classify them as a narcopath or something like that. Just someone who can never be satiated, and that's what I experienced. It started off very pleasurable and very tempting, and I was aware of what was happening too. That was interesting. So I wasn't completely falling for the temptation. Rather, I was just I was being demonstrated what happens when we do follow it. And then it turned to just complete devouring. Like he couldn't stop, and he just devoured me whole. And really, there was nothing behind those eyes. Absolutely nothing. So that was, I guess it shouldn't be so surprising, but it kind of was, because I was expecting to see evil, but maybe that's actually what evil is. It's just a pit of nothingness. Anyway, so that was the first segment, or one of the segments. I can't really set them apart like that, but the other segment was basically me. This is also very strange. I was getting high, and then I was very like acutely aware of the fact that I was getting high, and then I was high during the rest of the segment. So everything was a bit more psychedelic, I guess. And then I was joined by some friends, and I was taking care of this kid, and we went into town, and someone said, "Look," it was the kid. Yeah, the kid said, "Oh, look," and I sort of made fun of her, saying, "Oh, double rainbow." And she's like, "Yeah, how did you know?" And I looked up, and it was a double rainbow, only it was one of these, like, Corona rainbows. Oh, gosh, okay. Oops, I said the forbidden word on YouTube. But yeah, it was one of those round, circular rainbows, but it was doubled. And then a person passing by was like, "No, actually, I saw a third one, like way over there. So it's actually huge. So it's a triple rainbow." So we were kind of like, "Whoa, that's crazy. We gotta get up high so we can see this triple rainbow." And we were walking through an alley to get to this hill. And in the alley, they were firing off fireworks for some reason, but they were like firing them really close to us from their backyard. So we were getting hit by these fireworks. And I was about to turn around and be like, "Yeah, we can't we can't stay here." And I remember feeling like the heat from the fireworks as well. And I don't think I've ever dreamt about fireworks. Maybe I have once or twice, but nothing I'd remember. So that really stood out to me, why there were fireworks. But then once they calmed down, we went up the hill, and what we saw was insane. Like it was no longer a double or triple rainbow around the sun. It was actually, and so weird that I would say this in the dream, but it was like there was a heavenly body, and around it there was a crown. And I just said, "Oh, is that Planet X?" Or I think they call it Nibiru or something. I don't know anything about this. I don't know if it's even a real planet. I'm really not sure, but I've seen it written here and there, and that was the first thing I thought of. Oh, that's another planet, i.e., Planet X. And it was just so, like, such a massive, impactful view. Like, I wish that existed in real life. And then there definitely was a third sequence, but I can't quite recall it yet. But overall, I woke up with the feeling that, oh, I could exhale, because this was all going to be over soon. That's how I felt. And I have not been feeling that way lately. Not at all. Not the past few weeks, at least. If not months, to be honest. Yeah, I do believe in a rapture. I just don't know where we are time-wise, and I don't know how much worse things will get before it takes place. So that's sort of where I have been feeling a bit discouraged and yeah, a bit hopeless. Yeah, just down. And for some reason, the stream just fired me back up. Like, oh no, we're actually right on time, and we're heading off quite soon. I don't know. I really can't explain why I would feel that way, but it, like, fundamentally at a core level changed the way I feel about life now. So yeah, hopefully this is encouraging to someone. I know the sequences were a bit weird. I don't know really what most of it means, but it really, really stilled my heart. And actually, I will say this, if you are feeling that way, a bit discouraged, and maybe you're looking at the world around you thinking, when when are we gonna reach our, Exodus, or our Red Sea moment, basically. Just ask God, because I was praying the whole night, and even during the afternoon, before I had this dream. And it wasn't really related to anything that I dreamt, but it was more like, please God, help me. I don't think you heard that. Some happy tree cutters in the background, yeah. But I was just praying, like, please God, still my heart. Please give me comfort in this, and help me repair this relationship. And I was praying for peace in my heart, basically. So if he could give me a dream that makes me feel like this, just by me praying, he will definitely answer your prayers if you're just slightly more bold than I was. So yeah, don't hesitate to ask God for dreams, or whichever way you receive messages. For me, it seems to be mostly dreams, but yeah, just ask God, and he'll deliver in the way that he sees fit. And now I just remember the third segment, which was the most important segment. Wow. Okay, so I'm not driving, my parents are driving, and my whole family is in the car too, which is strange for me to dream that, given like how long it's been since that was an actual fact. But we're driving, and it's somewhere in the U.S. I don't think that's important or anything, but we're driving on a road trip, and looking for our exit, and further ahead I can hear this choir, and they're singing a song that I used to sing in school. I went to a choir school, so a lot of the songs we sung were Christian, like Bible verses even. And I had no idea, or I didn't think about it at all, because remember, I was an atheist, right? So, I mean, I would sing maybe Hallelujah here and there, but it really did not ever register in my head that these are Christian songs for some reason. I just thought that these are choir songs. That's how choir songs go. But they were singing one of the songs, and I can't remember what song it is now, because in my dream they knew the lyrics perfectly, and I was like catching on. I was like, oh yeah, yeah, forever, hallelujah, and I was just singing more and more in the car until I reached this like state of complete ecstasy, and I was like singing at the top of my lungs in this car. My family's like, what got into her? Because I mean, they don't really get any of this, but they could see the joy on my face, and I was just like, where is this music coming from? We have to take that exit. And by some miracle we did. We took the exit, and it was a collection of they were like hanging out of this house, almost like this balcony, just singing out onto the road. Yeah, just like preach the gospel basically, and there was someone actually preaching the gospel, and it was just a collection of the most peculiar people you could imagine, which is scriptural. And so we enter the house, and they're having a party, right? Basically, anyone who stops there is welcome and invited to this party. And I just felt like these are the best people I've ever met. I pretty much never want to leave this place. But I was looking around at my family, like wondering, like, can I really convince them to stay longer, And surprisingly, to my surprise, my mother was like, "Yeah, I'm staying here," and that really caught me off guard, because that's not something I would have expected from her in real life, just from what things she said, and just her whole attitude towards this whole thing. It kind of matches my previous attitude. My dad was skeptical. He was like sitting down, checking his watch and asking us like, okay, are we ready to leave? But my mom was like, no, I'm staying, and she meant permanently. So that was kind of shocking, even in the dream. And I was just as happy as can be. I was so thrilled. And I think that's probably the dream that I woke up to. And yeah, the feeling I'm still carrying with me, because it was like, oh, it's the next exit, and that was the safe haven, and it just felt so final. There was such a finality and such a proximity to it. So yeah, I really feel like we're just rounding a corner here. I truly hope so. In any case, we all need to, myself more than anyone, need to just trust. So either way, whether it's close or not, God gave me these dreams to still my heart and bring me peace. So I will take it. All right. God bless everyone. I hope you have a really, really blessed day. Thank you for listening.